Welcome to Star Citizen and the Robot Space Industries Aurora MR Ship Guide. In this modular guide, we will go into detail about this often underestimated epitome of Star Citizen. Because the Aurora not only offers very good performance in combat in its class, but also offers a lot of potential for peaceful gameplay, thanks to some amenities. In addition, due to its very reasonable price, it is our basic recommendation as a starter ship. And as in every guide, you can jump directly to the parts that are of interest to you, or which you would like to see again, using the timestamps in the video. We start with the exterior, the technical data, as well as the differences between the various Aurora variants. Take a closer look at the interior and the possibilities it offers, before we go into the purposes and, of course, the combat capabilities of the Aurora. But first, a big thank you to the real ladies and gentlemen who made this video possible with their support as Patreons, channel members or Twitch subscribers. Thank you! The Arrora series from Robot Space Industries is available in 5 versions, with the MR most likely to be found in the middle of the versions and serving as the basis for the guide. The Aurora MR is classified as a light fighter, and with its compact brick appearance as well as the average speed values can be found in the midfield of the light fighter class. In the area of hit points, however, it performs as an entry-level ship here rather in the lower range of the light fighters. The components are installed in size 1 in the industrial and civilian class C and D, which is why we recommend gradual upgrades of these components to military variants, especially for combat missions. The shields and the quantum engine are the first to be upgraded. The cargo capacity is 3 SCU, which is a respectable value for a starter ship or a light fighter. However, the external cargo is currently not visible, as it is to be attached to the mounts under the ship. The Aurora is permanently available for a very reasonable $30 in the pledge store, or for an equal reasonable 185,000 Alpha USC in the game at New Deal on Lowell. The Aurora is one of the few ships that we recommend for a real money purchase. With an interior for crates and loot as well as a bed, the Aurora also has rudimentary amenities, which again set it apart from the majority of light fighters and entry-level ships. The armament of the Aurora series differ for weapons hardpoints only in the standard loadout. All variants have 4 size 1 hardpoints, with the LN as a dedicated combat version having a size 4 missile mount. In the standard loadout we only achieve manageable damage values, which is why we recommend 4 laser cannons in the PvE area, which provides a solid 783 DPS and 340 alpha damage, a respectable damage potential for a beginner ship. In comparison, thanks to the strong missile potential, the LN offers the possibility of posing a threat to larger ships with a size 4 missile. The CL version as a light freighter already offers twice as much cargo capacity, whereas the ES as the cheapest ship in the game already has everything ready for the first hours in the verse. With the LN we get the most powerful combat variant, while with the LX we are equipped for smaller explorations. As one of the first ships in the game, the Aurora is an absolute classic, although it has already undergone several revisions and with the different variants offer an entry point for almost every area. The Aurora is simply an indispensable and directly playable piece of history in Star Citizen. So let's take a closer look at the different uses of this popular brick. With the 4 size 1 weapon hardpoint, the Arrora also offers the option of relying entirely on a gimbal loadout, since in size 1, a reduction in weapon size due to a gimbal does not take effect. This gives beginners in particular the opportunity to use the 4 weapons as a gimbal variant without losing potential damage. A clear plus. The Aurora performs very well, especially against small opponents, although the armament is also sufficient to effectively confront ships in the medium category. So, enemies of Cutlass or Freelancer size can still be effectively eliminated. Larger opponents, such as the Valkyrie or Constellation, then need noticeably more time, and the effectiveness in combat sinks noticeably. Of course, it is also possible for experienced players to take out these enemies, but the size 1 weapon hardpoints limit the damage output noticeably here. We therefore recommend that beginners be prepared for a longer combat time when fighting larger enemies. The flight and combat behavior of the Aurora is comprehensible and enables powerful maneuvers, although the defensive capacities are limited due to the small shields and the low hit points. However, this is true for all entry-level ships and light fighters in most cases. However, light fighters from a Gladius or Arrow upwards are also good 3 times as expensive, although the performance cannot reflect this. Here, the Aurora remains an absolute price-performance winner. But even away from space combat, the Aurora offers a variety of possibilities, such as carrying out package missions, trading on a small scale, or going on an exploration tour. Thanks to the interior, we have access to a variety of missions, or even the possibility to transport loot and items. Thus, the Aurora also offers medium and long-term purposes, since on the one hand it is very cheap to maintain, and on the other hand, as a starter ship, it can be called up directly at stations without delays. And thanks to the bed, we can also log in and log out of the ship directly. And our brig even offers enough space for a small party. Due to the less ergonomic design, the Aurora flies less agile and maneuverable in the atmosphere than dedicated light fighters, but remains controllable and predictable. This makes the Aurora our absolute recommendation for beginners, as it has no relevant disadvantages for the low price called for, and also represents a genuine flyable piece of Star Citizen history. See you again, and see you in the verse.